Hiya folks, Sandro here once again, and today I'm bringing you some very highly questionable news if you're a fan of cartoons. So you could probably read the title right here, animated Wonder Woman spin-off TV show being discussed. And if you want my opinion, if this is a good or a bad thing, I say it's a bad thing. I'd rather see a TV show or animated series just about any other character from DC's library. And so what do we get instead? They're going to make one about Wonder Woman and the Amazons of Themyscira, as it says right there. Um, I'm not too happy about this news. Like I said, why not make a new Batman show? Like, why not try and get the quality of the Batman the animated series from back in the 90s, you know? They're not interested for whatever reason in making good stories. And I'm going to talk about why I'm worried about this. Maybe we should just read just slightly. So this is obviously on ScreenRant.com, and it's by Rachel Labonte. And it says Patty Jenkins has revealed an animated Wonder Woman spin-off television series focused on the Amazons of Themyscira in the works. And so an animated Wonder Woman spin-off television show centered on the Amazons of Themyscira, blah, blah, blah. Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, has been around since 1941 when she first appeared in All-Star Comics #8. However, this current boom of Wonder Woman-related projects... I saw a movie a while ago where it was like Wonder Woman with the Silver Swan. I thought it was pretty okay, but I predicted the ending, and it was just an okay movie. It wasn't the best I've ever seen. It was probably one of the better animated ones, and that was I think it was just a couple months ago, maybe earlier this year, or was that last year? I can't remember. It wasn't so long ago. But it wasn't half bad. If you guys want to check that out, that Silver Swan movie with Wonder Woman, animated, of course. But yeah, so they keep making a whole bunch of Wonder Woman-related projects. So she got her own solo film. The sequel films, Wonder Woman 1984, is coming in October after delays. And has story ideas for Wonder Woman 3, but she anticipates them changing as a result. Yeah. So, where does it talk about the animated? Tentative. Okay, the tentative development of the Amazon spin-off has been known for some time now, but it turns out it isn't the only Amazon-centered project in the works. While talking to Empire about Wonder Woman 1984, Jenkins confirmed an animated series focused on the women of Themyscira is being considered. How about you just axe it right now? Just fucking axe it. Oh my god. And if you're wondering why I'm saying that, so like I said, if you guys have been following this channel, or if you've just been following cartoons coming from WB/Cartoon Network/AT&T, they're all basically the same thing. But if you guys have been watching some of these shows recently, they all just end up being like SJW propaganda, like Steven Universe and all this kind of garbage. For some reason, somebody thinks it's a good idea to just keep putting these like lesbian and gay couples in like kids shows. I don't know why. Like why exactly? It's not a good idea in my opinion. Let the kids grow up and figure out who they are for themselves. But yeah, so why I'm really worried about this. So some of you might remember a few years ago, there was this article that was making some headlines, and like I even heard it. The people, I live here in Canada, the people on like one of our radio stations they were talking about it. So basically, we're going to go over here to The Guardian. Now, it says right here, this article is more than 3 years old. So just take that with a grain of salt, okay? So a 3-year-old article. And what does it say? Back then, there was a Wonder Woman writer, and he confirms the superhero is queer. I don't think he actually said that. I think that's a clickbait title. But yeah, social media celebrates after writer Greg Rucka says the character had obviously been in love and relationships with other women. Okay, so he did say that. Never mind. Never mind. But here's what he says, right? The big news at the time was basically he said that. Uh, Hold on. He told the comic obviously had been in love and relationships with other women. But he basically says something about the Themyscirans are like all gay or like what was it? Uh, I can't remember. Hold on. Where does he say that? Oh, here. Wonder Woman is known. No, hold on. Wonder Woman is known as the warrior princess Diana in her homeland of Themyscira, an island populated only by Amazonian women. And then he goes, but Rucka cautioned against prioritizing the desire to see representation on the page at the expense of good writing and character development. You're joking. I don't believe this shit. This line right here, there's no. they all look this no. Basically what he's saying here is that he wanted, even though he made Wonder Woman and the Themyscirans gay, as a writer, he basically wants to see good storytelling first, which is like what a lot of conservatives like me want to see that too, but I just don't fucking believe him. I just don't believe him, you know? I think this is a load of shit. I always thought the whole gimmick with the Themyscirans was that like they would wait for like pirates and like they live on this like mystical island, and then they would basically what would happen is they would wait for like pirates and sailors to wash up on their shores, and then they would have like a mating ritual. I that's what I thought anyway. So they like, okay, I could see if you said that a couple of them were gay, but like I don't know, man. Let's actually read a little bit more what he had to say, because it's been a couple of years. Well, he acknowledged the demand from audiences to have characters from marginalized groups leading books and series. Yeah, what, 20 people on Twitter crying for it who don't even buy books? He said it was a thorny question when his job was to serve the characters as best as I can. Rucka was critical of writers that shoehorn their characters' sexualities into their narratives for the sake of doing so. Basically, that's Marvel incarnate right now. If you guys are following Marvel comics, that's all they do. They just shoehorn their own. They make the comics for themselves, not for other people. They don't give a shit about the stories. They ruin characters. It's disgusting. The character has to stand up and say, I'm gay, in all bold caps for it to be evident. Yeah. So, okay, you know what? This guy's not a bad guy. He seems more of a neutral type of person, because he seems to have some very, concern. He seems like he's liberal, but then he has a little bit of concern. Maybe he's neutral or left-leaning, or I just from like reading what he's talking about here, but yeah, but in the case of Wonder Woman, he said her queer identity was important to the narrative. I just don't believe you. I don't fucking believe you. Because Themyscira was represented as a paradise, and with that came diversity. Diversity? It's an island of only women. This guy's a little wishy-washy in the words here, man. Holy shit. It has to be an inclusive and accepting society for another reasons, paradise being one of them. Who's this? Hope Nicholson. My timeline is divided between no duh, Wonder Woman is queer, she's from a feminist utopia, and if it's not shown on panel, it's not canon. Here's the thing, like, just because the society is all women doesn't mean like all of them would be gay, though. Like he said, he keeps using the words like obviously, like no duh, Wonder Woman. I bet you if you ask the creator, if the creator of Wonder Woman was still alive today, and they asked him, or if there was some documented evidence, he would probably give them the finger and said, no, she's straight. But these people really like to take the characters and rewrite and destroy the history, but yeah. So nobody at DC has ever said she's got to be straight. Nobody ever. And that's why he decided to inject his own bullshit, because nobody had ever done it before. Perfect opportunity to ruin the history. So he added that he was surprised that Wonder Woman's bisexuality was still under question when it was hinted in some installments of her story. Let me guess, written by him. So yeah, my webcam just cut out. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I was just about to say how Wonder Woman, and years ago they tried to make Wonder Woman and Superman be in a relationship. Okay, and I would rather. Now a lot of fans didn't like that because like it was kind of like people felt it was forced. Like you're taking Superman, you're taking Wonder Woman. They're both super powered, so they should just be together because they're both so powerful. You know, some fans didn't like it. It didn't feel organic, I guess. But let me tell you, I would take that any day, any day of the week over freaking Themyscira and Wonder Woman just being gay. Like they just keep doing this shit. Like, oh my god. Should I keep reading? Like this is just depressing. Holy crap. Okay, hold on. There's one more line. A couple of lines. Hold on. Making it, I don't know how much clearer I can make it. It doesn't matter if I say, yes, she's queer, or no, she's not queer. It matters what you get out of the book. Can you find it? Is it there? Is it on the page of action or indeed? Then yes. No, then there's your answer. A standalone movie about the female superhero. Okay, that's, this was so many years ago that the first Wonder Woman was just coming out around the time of this. So yeah. I just don't like it. I don't want Themyscira. Like, I don't want this shit. Now, let me tell you guys. What's that show called? She-Ra. Now, as a kid, I never watched He-Man. I watched a couple episodes of He-Man, but I never watched, like, She-Ra. And they made this awful reboot of She-Ra recently. And basically, what happens at the end of it is the main, like, She-Ra girl ends up with this like, villain named Catra. So they announced this, you know, I saw that. I saw how, and I think, was that Netflix? I think that was Netflix. But, so she basically, the main protagonist, who's a hero, ends up with like this villain who's a kind of cat character. Now, if you guys think, who's Wonder Woman's biggest villain? Cheetah. Are they going to repeat garbage history and make Wonder Woman gay with Cheetah? You know, like this is a very real like probability. Like I'd rather them just cancel this show and give Batman or like any other character like Plastic Man or like fucking the question. Yeah, animated show about the Question, solving mysteries. Can we just get the Question, but not the gay one? No, the actual like male Question, not that like Renee Montoya who's a lesbian with like Batwoman or whatever the fuck. I don't know. No. We need the actual Question, okay? Those of you, whoever remembers the old Justice League cartoon, he was always just like a conspiracy theorist. I'd love to see some more of the Question from back in the day. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm very worried about this news. I think this is going to end up being more woke garbage. And that's all. Every other fucking new like cartoon news article I report on, it's like some woke shit. Like all of cartoons is becoming woke shit. It's sad. That's a laugh. That's a chuckle of disgust and sadness. So yeah, folks, let me know in the comments if you're worried about Wonder Woman ending up with Cheetah or something even more ridiculously stupid. And why not give me a subscribe? You know, grow the channel. So I can warn more people about how much woke shit's going on in the cartoon industry right now. So yeah, folks, that's it. Bye bye. See you later.